Now it's time to create your background. In order to create your background, go to your layer background. If you don't have a layer background, you can simply create a new layer. With your background layer, you want to develop, or choose I should say, a color that complements your design. In this case, I'm going to find a blue. And this I think would be too dark, so I'm going to warm that blue up. I'm going to hit OK. So I've now selected my foreground color. Then I'm going to move to my paint bucket. If you don't see your paint bucket, look for the gradient. It is part of the gradient tool. So you'll see the paint bucket. And I'm just going to click. And that will cover the background. Our next task is to give it a brightness or a shine. So we're going to go back to the ellipse marquee. Just draw an ellipse. Doesn't have to be a circle. Go back to your foreground color and pick a lighter version of it. Stay away from pure white because the pure white will not blend as nicely. And I'm going to pick a very nice white one. And again, using your paint bucket, if you don't have it, just click inside the circle. Then go Control D. Now what you have right now is just two colors on one layer. We're going to go into effects, which are known as filters. And in our effects, we'll be looking at these in our next project. But for right now, I want you to kind of know where they are. So go up to filter, and we're going to use blur. And we're going to use what's called a Gaussian blur, which means that it's going to soften the two colors together. We can maximize that softness by pulling our radius at the bottom to a larger number. The more you pull it, the less you're going to see of your secondary color, and the more it's going to blend in with the first color. And this will be up to you to choose what value. But we do want to stay far away from any harsh contrast. So we do really want to soften it. And now I'm going to hit OK. And so what you've created is a nice blending. If you don't like it, you can always recreate your oval, circle with the ellipse tool. Again, putting in your color and trying a new Gaussian blur. Now that you have your Gaussian blur, you can move on to painting your grass, you can move on to painting your sky, or you can move on to painting your water.